This is Kishore and welcome back to Kishorelytics. In this tutorial, we are going to learn something about the LangServe. Like, what is the LangServe? Before getting learning about the LangServe, we are discussing about the LangChain ecosystem. Like, what is LangChain ecosystems and what are the types of the LangChain ecosystems? Like LangServe, LangSmith, and LangGraph. We are discussing. After discussing all those theory parts, we are getting something great. That is the practical part. Like, we are going to build an translator app. So, and all this code, all these resources are available in my description box. Just feel free to use all those resources, right? So I don't want to take much time of you guys. Let's dive into it. Yes guys, in this video we are going to learn about the LangServe and we are finally going to build a simple translator app. So before getting into the LangServe, we want to know something about the LangChain. So what is meant by the LangChain means LangChain is a open source framework. It is open source firmware designed to simplify the development of the application powered to language model. So we want to create the LLM applications like generative AI applications, Gen AI applications. So we definitely use the LangChain, right? So it is an orchestration framework designed to, it is like act as between the orchestration means nothing but the middleware. So we can it is in the middleware of the humans and the LLMs. We are going to connect the user prompts to LLMs. It is going to connect. Likewise, the LangChain can be used. Right. So LangChain is the orchestration framework designed to develop the Gen AI applications. Right. So the LangChain has developed the LangChain ecosystems. Right. So we want to learn about the LangChain ecosystems. So they developed the LangChain ecosystems. In this LangChain ecosystems, they developed the LangServe. So it is they developed the LangServe and they developed the LangGraph and they developed the LangSmith. Likewise, they developed. So LangServe, we are going. The main agenda is all about the LangServe. Today we are going to learn about the LangServe. What is the LangServe, and we are going to build something in the LangServe, like simple translator app. So let me show the demo of this translator app. So likewise, the user can change the language, like Hindi. The user can change the language like Tamil. The user can like French, and the user can change the German. So today we are going to build this app, right? So likewise, I'm just giving today I'm just giving good morning. Good morning. I'm just giving the good morning and just when I click the translate button. So in the French, like, so it is the German, right? It is a German language. Like it gives a Guten Morgen. Like I don't know the German. So like if I want to translate into the, let me click the translate button. So Vanakkam Nalamunda. Likewise, it will translate. So this is the app we are going to build, guys. Stay tuned for until the end of this video. Stay tuned. I'm just building all those things right through writing the code. So the LangServe is all about the deploying the app. So we are going to creating the APIs, like creating the APIs. This is mainly for the creating the API. So LangServe is built over the FastAPI. Like what I'm gonna tell, like if you see the cursor, if you see the anti-gravity, if you see the anti-cursor means it is built on the top of the Visual Studio Code, right? It looks same thing, it looks like the Visual Studio Code, but the agent is added in the side. Likewise, where the LangServe has been built on the top of the FastAPI. It uses the FastAPI and it uses in the backends in the chains. Later we will conduct the LangChain crash course. In the LangChain courses you will learn about the chains and prompts. So there you will these uses the chains and prompts is uses the REST API. So REST API is nothing but the JSON format, right? So that's what it is using. So in the chains and prompts and chains and prompts and memories, it uses the REST API. The REST API is nothing but the JSON format. JSON format is used by the LangServe. So that's all about this. We are going to create an API. So and these APIs and we can apply it and we can test the model, right? That's what the LangServe used. So the LangGraph is nothing about the, we are going to create an agents, right? Agents we can able to create in the next video. I just plan to create a LangGraph. Take the LangGraph and we can create something interesting like in the next video. Stay tuned, guys. So stay tuned for the next Tuesday. So we are going to create some agents and multi agents in the next tutorial. So agent and we can create the multi agents. Multi agents are nothing but we can like sending an email and booking an appointment in that hospitals, like we said, we are going to autonomous. It is autonomous, like the agents itself are doing all those things like autonomously. The agents create an appointment, create a meeting, creating scheduling and meeting. Likewise the agent uses that we can use the LangGraph. So coming to the LangSmith means, the LangSmith is nothing but we are going to evaluate and monitoring the LLMs, right? So we are going to create a Gen AI. At the end of the day, we are going to create a Gen AI applications, and we want to monitor, right? In the dashboards, we are going to monitor, right? So evaluating and monitoring the Gen AI applications, monitoring the Gen AI applications. Likewise, it is used, right? So this is the main ecosystems. The LangChain has been developed three ecosystems. One is the LangServe. It is for creating the APIs. It is for deploying the APIs. We are going to test the model. Likewise, we are going to check. So the LangGraph is all about the agents. We are going to create the multi-agents, like scheduling a meeting, scheduling the appointment, booking an appointment, calling to the customer. Likewise, we can create in the next tutorial. So the third is all about the LangSmith. The LangSmith is nothing but all about the evaluating the model. Like we are going to monitor how the model is performing and the backend. Likewise, we are going to monitor. So without further delay, today's agenda is all about the LangServe. Today's agenda is all about the LangServe. So what is the LangServe? LangServe is nothing but we are going to deploy the Gen AI applications. We want to play something. We want to test the model. We want to test the Gen AI applications, right? Before getting into the production, we want to test how the model works. And if you are going to create a chatbot, means we want to test it out, right? So likewise, you don't want to get into the production, but you want to check the model is working perfectly. Or likewise, we want to check, means likewise you can use the LangServe. So LangServe is nothing but it is built on top of the FastAPI. So that's the main important. It is built on the top of the FastAPI. Like if you see the cursor, if you see the anti-gravity, means it looks like a Visual Studio, but it's not a Visual Studio Code, right? It is built on the top of the FastAPI, Visual Studio Code, the cursor. So likewise, the LangServe is built upon the top of the FastAPI. So likewise, it is used. So it uses the chains and prompts. It is used as the REST API. The chains and prompts are converted to use the REST API. The REST API, what is the REST API means? API is nothing but the front end to the backend. It makes a call, right? That's the API, right? So in the normal API is nothing but we are going to call. So in the REST API is nothing but we are going to use the JSON format. JSON format is nothing but the dictionary. If you see the dictionary, means you can know in the Python, in the dictionary, right? So in the dictionary message key value pass, likewise key value pass, it is a dictionary, right? So that's what the JSON format. It uses the REST API uses the JSON format from front end to the back end. So that's what the chains and prompts are using, the REST API. So before getting getting into the delay, I'm just getting into my Visual Studio Code. Yes guys, now let's start writing the code. So before getting into the code, we want to create the virtual environment, right? So we want to create separately into a room. So we want to build in the room. So let me create a new terminal. So I just already prepared the virtual environment. So let me cancel this server. Let me cut it down the server. And what I'm going to do that. So yeah, before getting into the environment, we want to just build the virtual environment, right? So how to build the virtual environment? Python -m build when LangServe. So if you are the using the Linux and the Mac, means you just want to print like Python 3. Likewise, you want to print. So I'm just using the Windows OS. So I'm just printing the Python -m when. So this is to be given as the name of the virtual environment. So I'm just giving the LangServe. So if you press the enter, means so if you print the LangServe, means you can able to get the virtual environment. Like in this folder you can get. So after getting into the virtual environment, I just want to get it down, right? So let me cancel this. I just already built the virtual environment. So I just already built the virtual environment, and I just want to activate the virtual environment, right? So how to activate the virtual environment? Like giving the name of the virtual environment. I just named the virtual environment as a LangServe. So I just print it out as the LangServe // script and activate. So after activating this, virtual environment and just activated the virtual environment. So after activating the, if we are activated the virtual environment, like you can get into the virtual environment like LangServe. Likewise, you can able to see. So before getting into it, just create the virtual environment, right? So now let me install the prerequisite. So requirements is all about the FastAPI. So it requires the FastAPI and the Uvicorn. Uvicorn is FastAPI uses the asynchronous gateway protocol, right? So FastAPI handles the app, but the Uvicorn able to handle the routings, right? HTTPS, likewise it round. What in the FastAPI tutorial we will able to see the Uvicorn and FastAPI also. So LangServe, the main agenda, the main hero of this video is all about the LangServe. So we are using, and yeah, the LangServe is used by the LangChain, right? So I'm just using the LangChain. So the LangChain, Groq, we are using the LangChain large language model as well, Groq. So it is a free use. I just want to use to practice all of one. So I don't, everyone can't able to get the OpenAI API key, right? So I just plan to create the free tutorial. So I just created the LangChain Groq, and python.env is for the loading the environmental file. Likewise, I'm just loading. So after doing all those things, I just want to install the prerequisite, right? So pip install -r requirement.txt. If you give all those things, means you can able to definitely install all those things. So we are using the Steam Lead also for the front end. Later we will install the front end and requests we are from back end to the front end we want to load, right? So I just already installed the solver requirements.txt. I just installed it, so I don't want to my requirements already satisfied, it will become. So after getting into this, I just want to get the API, right? So for how to get the API, in the previous video itself I just told, right? So Groq, it's Groq, Groq, Groq API free. Likewise, you can free, not it's free. Wait for 5 minutes, guys. Likewise, you can able to create an API key. So just create the API key. So give the name and how to when to expire. I just want to give the 7 days, and I'm just creating LangServe tutorial. Okay, I'm just creating this. Later, copy the API key and just paste it into the environment. So after creating this tutorial, I just simply delete the API key. Don't try to copy the API key. So just create it. It's free, right? So like, yes guys, after created the virtual environment and after inside the enabling activating the virtual environment and after installing the prerequisite, now let's create a file called app.py, and inside the app.py let's create the code. So I don't want to write all the code from the scratch. I'm just initially simply write the code from already write the code and just test the code. So I'll just simply explain our code by line, but I don't leave the single line in this code. So now let's start building it. So first of all, let me import the OS. Why I want to import the OS means I just want to load the environmental file, right? So I'm just import the OS. So after importing the OS, I just importing the Uvicorn. Uvicorn is nothing but I just in the previous itself I just told, right? So the FastAPI uses the asynchronous synchronous sending the protocol. The FastAPI is loading the app, but the protocol is and the routings are handled by the Uvicorn. So I just simply importing the Uvicorn. So I'm just initializing the from we install the python.env, right? So we install the python.env. So I just create from the .env. I'm just importing the load.env and the finding the .env because we want to load the environmental file. In the environmental file only, I'm just having the Groq API key. We created the Groq API key and put it into the Groq API, right? So the likewise we are having. So after having all those things, I'm just having the FastAPI. I'm just importing the FastAPI because the LangServe is built up on the top of the FastAPI, right? I just in the previous itself we discussed some examples called cursor, anti-gravity with the example code, right? So likewise we are created. So we are initializing the from FastAPI. I'm just importing the FastAPI. So in the middleware, like in the middleware means, so we are going to send the call from front end to the back end. So if the user clicks the translate button, we are sending the to the backend, right? That is a call, right? So in the middleware components, right? So the middleware.core import the CORS middleware. Likewise, in the DT, we are going to create a FastAPI tutorials also. At that time, I just told all those things in depthly. So from the LangChain code.prompt templates, and then just importing the prompt template. So if you are using the LangChain means you can definitely able to know we are we want to create the prompts, and that prompt only we are going to send to the LLMs, right? So it is like the prompt templates. In the prompt templates also we are having the chat prompt template and human message and system message we are going to give. Likewise, I'm just using. So from the LangChain underscore core dot prompt and prompts, import the chat prompt template, right? So this to be act as that prompt that is going to giving to the LLMs. Like LLMs are trained with large amount of the data, right? In the previous video itself, I'm just told, right? So LLMs are trained with massive amount of the data, like trillions and billions of the data. The LLMs are trained. So we are going to use the LLMs, but we are going to use the custom Gen AI applications, right? So likewise, I'm just using. So again, I'm just importing from the LangChain. I'm just importing the output parser. Output parser is nothing but the like in the string if you learn about the Python, I just created a Python tutorial in the Python. Like it is used to, we want to print the output in the some format, right? We are using the F string, right? So likewise in the LangChain, if you want to create the output as a get the output as a string, means you want to use the string output parser. Likewise, I'm just holding, right? From the LangChain underscore core dot prompt output prompt parser, import the string output parser. So after importing all those things, I just want to we are using the chat Groq. If you are using the OpenAI, means if you are using the OpenAI, means from LangChain, from LangChain underscore OpenAI import chat OpenAI. Likewise, you are going to use. So I'm not using the OpenAI. I'm just using the free Groq API. So I'm just using the from LangChain underscore Groq import the chat Groq. So the main hero is all about the LangServe, right? So I'm just importing the LangServe. From LangServe, I'm just imported the add routes. Likewise, I'm just imported. So first of all, let me initialize the load environmental variable, right? So for loading environmental variable, we are already imported the load.env, right? So I'm just simply initialize the function load.env, and then I'm just finding the .env file. So I just want to, after finding the .env file, I just want to load using the os.environment file. I just want to use find the Groq API key. So I'm just initializing the Groq API key to this Groq API key, right? So likewise, I'm just initializing. So the main agenda, the FastAPI, right? So the FastAPI is all about the app is equal to FastAPI of. I'm just initializing the FastAPI. I'm just creating. If you are using the Flask, means you want to use the Flask of, right? You can able to write, right? So likewise, I'm just using the Flask. FastAPI of title. I'm just using the title of AI. This is the title of AI Translator API. I'm just using. We are going to create the translator app, right? So I'm just giving the title as the AI Translator API. So we are using that version. This is the version 1.0. I'm just using. So the description is all about that. We are just some description we are using given to the LLMs, right? But it is like a simple description the user wants to know. So the translator using the LangServe and the Groq. We are using the LangServe plus the Groq to translate for the translator app, right? So I'm just using the translator app. So in the beginning itself, I just told we are going to send the call to the front end to the back end, right? So likewise, we are going to initialize app.add middleware. It happens in the middleware. We are from app.py to, I'm just sending this to the front end.py, right? So likewise, we are going to create. So likewise, this is the code for the enabling the course, like for the Streamlit and browser. If you are using the HTML and CSS, if you are creating using the React and translated React and TypeScript, also you want to use this line of this code. This is to be act as a template from calling from the template from front end to the back end. It is act as a template. It is like it is a template from the documentation. I'm just picking this code from the documentation also. So I just give all those documentation. I just give all those. Wait a minute. I just see. If you look about the documentation of the LangChain, means it is a little bit confusing, but I just give this documentation link and all those things in the description box. Just go and check it out. So and all those code and all those materials are available in our LMS portal. So just go and check, use this code. It is not available in our GitHub. So it is available in the LMS portal. Just go and check it out and get the code and enable use this code. Use this code as your project. You can put it this project in your resume also. So yes, in the beginning itself I just told, right, this prompt only I just giving it to the user. I'm just giving it to the LLMs, right? So I just want to create the prompt. So prompt is equal to chat prompt template of from messages. This is act as a syntax. So first of all, let me give the system message. There are two types of the messages, like one is a system message and another is all about the human message. The system message is all about the where in the if you are using the ChatGPT playground, means in the beginning itself you want to tell act as the tutor, act as the artist. Likewise, you want to give the system message. Like, so there are two types of the model. One is all about the completion model and second is all about the chat model. So in the completion model only you want to give the system message and the human message. The chat completion model we are using that ChatGPT, right? That is the chat completion model. So likewise, there are lot of types of the model, right? So I just want to write it down again. So there are two types of the model. One is all about the completion model. In the beginning itself, we are going to tell the prompt like act as an artist, act as a tutor, act as an something. So in the second model is all about the chat completion model. Now we are using ChatGPT, right? That is a chat completion model. Chat model. Like human interaction, the AI can send the message, the human can send the message, and the AI replies the message, right? AI message and human message. Likewise, model. So in the prompt templates, and before getting into the prompt templates, we are discussing about the prompt templates. Means in the prompt template, there are two types of the templates. One is all about the system message, and we are giving to this system message into the LLMs. We are going to send. So the human message, system message, and the human message. Likewise, these are the prompt templates we are having. So just simply getting into my app by Visual Studio Code. So I'm just initializing this. Prompt is equal to chat prompt template of from messages, and just simply use the system message as a translate the following text into this language. This language is given by the user. Like the user can change the using the drop down. The user can change the Hindi. If the user want to change the, you can whatever it may be, you can enhance it in the further futures. This is to be given as the homework assignment to you. So again, I'm just initializing user. This is the user message, right? So the user can give the text, and this is the taken to be. This is if you are using the Flash, means you can definitely able to know Jinja 2 template, right? This is to be act as a Jinja 2 template text. So likewise, I'm just using. So after using all those things, I'm just using the initializing the string output parser, because I just want the output as a string output. I just want to sing. If you can able to use the JSON output parser, likewise you can able to use. But as of now, I just want the output as a string, so I'm just using the string output parser. Okay, guys. So the main hero in the LangChain, if you are using the LangChain, if you already use the LangChain, means you definitely able to know about the prompts. So the chains, we are learn about the chains, right? So let me wait. Simple blank sheet. Control Shift M. So let me create it. So if you already know about the LangChain, means you can definitely you know about the chains. So if you don't know about the LangChain chain, means you don't know about it. I'm just giving a simple overview of the chains. So like chains is equal to the runnables. Chains are also called runnables, right? It is to be act as a left to right. Keep it down, keep it in the mind. So it is left to right, it is going to be act. It is used to be act as the executables. Like the user gives a prompt, and it is sent to the LLMs. It is going to be executable things, right? So it is sent to be act as the LLMs, and the LLMs gives the output. So at that output, I just want to give it as the string output parser function. So after giving to the single output parser, I just giving get a output as the string, right? So this is to be act as the runnables. If you are using the LCEL, means if you are using the LangChain expression language, means you can definitely able to, in the LangChain expression language, they will tell the chains as the runnables. In the legacy LangChain, but the LangChain is also telling to use the legacy LangChain, but we can use the legacy LangChain, means we can able to easily create the runnables. Like through the runnables are nothing but the VRK. If you use the runnables, means you can able to create like this runnables, like through the pipe symbol. If you are using the legacy LangChain, means don't worry about that. So we want to give the chain. We want to create the chain of chain. Likewise, we want to go able to create the chains in the legacy LangChain. We want to create legacy LangChain. But in the LCEL is the latestly developed by the LangChain. So we don't want to get difficulty in the legacy LangChain. Means later the LangChain has been developed as a LangChain expression language. In the LangChain expression language, you don't want to write the like that chain. Like I just want to create the chain means chain of requests we want to create in the legacy LangChain, but we don't want to create in the legacy LangChain expression language. Means you don't want to able to create. First of all, let me create a chain is equal to the user input user, and this is to be act as a chain in the we are easily create a chain in the legacy expression language. So I don't want to take depth into the legacy expression language. So in the LangChain tutorial I just explain all those things in very clearly. So I just take this prompt. This is the user input. I just giving this prompt to the LLM. So runnables nothing but the pipe symbol. So I'm just creating a chain. So prompts that is given to the LLMs, and after giving to the LLMs, I'm just giving out at the LLM gives the output, right? So at the output, I just giving into the string output parser. The parser is nothing but I just using the string output parser, right? So I just want the output as a string, right? So I just simply initialize the parser. So I think it is a little bit confusing, but in the LangChain tutorial we are definitely able to know. The main agenda is all about that we are going to create the simple translator app using the LangServe. So that's the main agenda, right? So in the LangChain tutorial complete crash course, I just take all those things in very clearly. So again, we want to write the routes. I'm just creating the routes, right? So we want to write. So add routes of just giving the app. So we are going to create the app, right? So AI translator app. Why I'm just giving the app means we are initialize the model, right? So LLM. So I just forgot to explain this LLM. So LLM is nothing but we are going to use the chat Groq LLM. So the model we are using the Llama model. It is because it is open source model we are going to use. Because why I'm using this Llama iPhone 3.1 means it is a free and fastest version. So if you are using the Mistral means it is also the free, but it can take some time to reload the model and give the answer. So the temperature, when we increase the temperature, the accuracy of the model also increases. Like if you give the 0.8 means the accuracy of the model also increases. The default is 0.7. If you increase the model, the accuracy increases. If you decrease the model, the accuracy of the model also decreases. So I'm just keeping it simple as 0 because we are going to simply translate the app, right? So we are using a simple translator app. So I'm just keeping the temperature is equal to 0. So we want to view the API key, Groq API key. I'm just already initialize the Groq API key is equal to Groq API key. So okay, fine. Later we are initialize. So later we are give that initialize the prompt template. It is the template. It is act as a template. That the template will be given to the LLMs, right? So likewise, I'm just creating. So we are going to add the route. So I'm just giving the chain. After giving the chain, I just want to give in the chain playground. This is to be act as the route in the while the testing the time and just show all those things, right? So I just want to run the server. If I call the main function only, I just want to run this code. So Uvicorn run app. I just want to run the app, and host is equal to I'm just running in the local host and the port number 8000. So likewise, I'm just running. So this is the code for this is a simple code. This is a simple code. This is a simple code for the creating the translator. This is to be act as the backend. So likewise, let me activate that. So before running the code, just check whether we are in the room, whether we are in the LangServe room, like virtual environment, whether we are activated the virtual environment. So after running all those things, and just simply run Python app.py. So if I run all those code means it will run this code. Wait for a few minutes, guys. It will take the code. I think yes, guys. The code has been run. When we give the Python app.py, likewise you can able to run. So let me follow this link. If you get into the link means definitely got the error. So how we can run means like we give the route as chain and we are getting into the first we are developing in the playground method, right? So the LangServe has one development playground. So I'm just giving the playground. So I want to give it as the small letters hyphen playground. Okay. So if I give like this means I just get into the playground, right? So the user can give the message, and I just want in the Tamil. So in the Tamil, I just want to as the Kishore. If I give like this means Kishore. like it will translating guys. Likewise you can give good afternoon. Likewise it is working nandri malai, but it is not working. We are using the Groq API, right? So if you use a open API key means definitely you will get the good output, good accuracy. So why I'm just using a API key Groq API means it is for free. Likewise you can test it out. So this is the environment I just working. I think everything is in the info method also, it is working perfectly, right? So we are getting the 200 message only, right? 200 is nothing but we are getting the good message from the server. So likewise it is working. The testing for the backend is working. So let me close the terminal. So after getting into the terminal, I just want to get in. Yes guys, now let's start building the front end. So we are using the Streamlit for the front end. So you can use that React and TypeScript and HTML CSS also you can able to use, right? So let me show how we can use develop this front end. Let me show. Before getting into the front end, I just want to show something. So if you click the share button, you can definitely able to click the copy Python SDK. You can able to get the code from, like this code can be you can send to the some server, like your client. The LangServe as identically creates. Let me show this code first. So you can able to create the Python and you can able to create the SDD TypeScript also. Like let me get into the file. Let me create this. Copy this and let me copy this and paste this. So the LangServe is all automatically creating the unique ID for our app. So likewise N4XYA, this is the unique ID. So if you use Kishorelytics translator.com, later if you translate, this is the routing, right? So chain -c last N4XYA. If you, and this is the playground, the LangServe is automatically given to us. Like this is the one I just want to explain, leave it in the front backend. So now let's get in the front end. So we are using the front end, right? So front end as a Streamlit. So I just want to install the front end, right? So let me start this kernel, pip install, like you can able to use. So let me write down. So we are using the pip install Streamlit. In the requirements also I'm just put it out in the requirements.txt. So I'm just putting the Streamlit. We are using the Streamlit, right? So Streamlit. So I'm just we are using the request, right? Likewise, if you again pip install -r requirements are 60 in your terminal means you definitely you can able to get the Streamlit. So now let's get into it. So import streamlit.st. We are importing the Streamlit and we are using the request. Why we are using the request means we are sending the call to the from front end to the back end. We are sending, right? So it is a request. So we are sending the from client to the server. So likewise we are requesting. It is a client server model, right? So we are requesting the request. Importing the request, right? So I'm just simply initializing. This is default this is like config. I'm just giving the page title AI translator. I'm just giving the icon to this page translator and the layout to the icon is the centered. So likewise I'm just setting up the page config. It is like in the title bar. Likewise in the title bar. So I was giving the title, but the simple title sd.title is equal to Kishorelytics AI translator app. So I'm just giving the caption. It is powered by the LangServe and the Groq API. So this is the nothing. This is nothing. This is, it is act as a template, right? So the main agenda, the main hero comes here. So language. Now for now, I'm just using the Hindi, Tamil, French. Likewise, you can able to use the Chinese, Japanese, and Spanish. Likewise, you can able to use. You can extend up to the features that is your own wish. So the I'm just using the select box. I'm just using this drop down, right? And the server itself is just, in the intro video itself is told, right? sd.select box of select target language. I'm just using a drop down. I'm just giving the privileges to the user to use the Hindi, Tamil, French, and the German. So likewise, I'm just giving. So I'm just using the text area. I'm just gaining the input from the user. What are the text that are going to be translated, right? So the I to be the text box is 150. So the translate button logic comes here. So if the user press the button, if the SD dot button, I'm just using the translate button. If the button, if the user prints the yeah, like many user plays with the input box, right? They give the space and use the translate button. The translate button and the LLM got confused, right? So I don't want to get into it. So I'm just giving the if not text dot strip means I'm just giving the please enter some text. Likewise, I'm just using. So likewise, I'm just using the term spinner. This is for the animating, that's translating, but like translating. Likewise, I'm just using a simple animation in my simple translator app. So likewise, I'm just using the try method. I'm just trying. After if I get this error, I just get some error, throw some error message, right? So I'm just trying. So the response is equal to, I'm just giving the response to my client server. It is a server, backend server. So request.post, I'm just using this chain. Chain means it's nothing but we are using the in the routing itself. I'm just using, right, in the, wait a minute, yeah, in the right path. I'm just using the path as dash slash chain. So I'm just giving this as the slash chain, right? Oh, wait, yeah, I'm just using this as a chain dot invoke. And why I'm giving the invoke means, invoke is nothing but the if you learn about the LangChain means, again, if you learn about the LangChain means, you can definitely learn about the invoke batch stream. So in the invoke batch stream also, it definitely give this some input message that is giving to be act as the input to the LLMs. Likewise, it has something called, let me get it to my notepad. Invoke is nothing but the sending the input formats to the LLMs. Like in LangChain, it is to be considered as the input. Like we can have the invoke, we can have the stream method. Like how the ChatGPT is streaming, like by generating the response, it streams one by word, right? That is like, if you want the streaming method means, like also we are having, if we have the group of inputs, like in the Python we are using the map function, right? We are getting the input, the map to the map input means we are using the map function. Like if we give the input large, like 2 or more inputs means to the LLM means, we can use the batch. It's not batch, it is batch. BATCH. Likewise, it is using. These are things having. Let us discuss in the LangChain tutorial. So I'm just using the invoke. So I just want the JSON format, right? Because we are, why I'm just using the JSON format, because LangServe uses the JSON REST API. REST API is all about the JSON format, right? So I'm just using the input required by the LangServe. What is the LangServe? The JSON given to the LLM. The user wants to give the language. The user wants to give the text. So I'm just using a timeout 1 minute for avoiding the interruptions between them. So I am just giving the response to the JSON. I'm just converting the JSON format. So I'm just creating the instance. If the instance, I just give it the instances to the LLM, and the LLM gives the output. I just want to pick the output only. If I bring xt.success, I'm just printed the output. So I just simply created the some animations like sd.balloons. It will give the balloons are flying through air. So likewise, I'm just giving. So if something error happens means, I just simply getting as the st.error of unexpected response format. So after all those things, if the try fails means, I'm just giving the exception, giving the error to the error message as the error connecting failed to the server. Likewise, I'm just giving what the error I just want to show. So likewise, I'm just using. So how to run this code means, let me open up the terminal. So I just close the terminal, right? Let me open up the new terminal. Let me open up the new terminal. Before getting into the terminal, I just want to simply have this terminal, right? Like our server is running. So let me close this server. So wait for a few minutes, guys. My lap is stucking. I don't know why it's taking much time to run this code, and wait for a few minutes, guys. If you have any comments, if you have any doubts in this code, if you have any comments about the feedback about my teaching means, just let me know in the comment below. I'm happy to take all those feedbacks and all those things. Let me kill this terminal. I'll just simply use my mousepad to new terminal. Yeah, wait for a minute, guys. Let me use this. Yeah, so let us activate the virtual environment. After activating the virtual environment, let us run this code. So it takes few minutes for run this code using the LangServe, right? So my laptop takes much time. If you are using the Dell GPU Laptop means you definitely get the output immediately. Yes, we are getting the output. Output shutdown complete. I'm just using. I've just pressed the. I'm just using the Python app.py. After running, yes guys, I simply run this code in my terminal. What I'm gonna do that, I just simply get into my terminal. I just simply activate this Python app.py. I'm just simply activated it. I just checked my playground using my playground. I just checked it, and again I just opened another terminal. In the another terminal, I just run the how to run the Streamlit code, right? So we are created the Streamlit crash course also. If you don't watch this video, please make sure to check that video. Other video I just told, right? So if you want to run this code, Streamlit run frontend.py. The file name is the frontend.py. So I'm just running this using the Streamlit run frontend.py. So after again, so let me get into the browser. It will again get into like this, right? So likewise, it will get it. So I don't like the theme. So let me get in the settings using the system. I'm just using the dark theme, right? So I'm just using the dark theme. So it's much better, right? So let me use Tamil language. Subscribe to Kishorelytics channel. So let me click the translate button. Kishorelytics channel ku சேர்ந்திருங்கள். Likewise, it is giving something. It is translating something. So let me translate to Hindi. Let me give this code. Kishorelytics channel ke liye subscribe karo kare. Likewise, it is giving something and it is translating it. Likewise, if we give this to the French means it is working. Blah 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 something it is giving. Likewise, we will check with German. If we give the translate means we are getting fastly output using the Mistral method, right? So llama index we are getting something fastly, but we are not getting accurate answer, but we are getting something like we using the free API model, we are getting something output, right? So likewise, you can able to test, you can able to add many more languages like Chinese, Japanese, many things you can able to add. So I think this is the end of the tutorial. We have completed the app. At the end, I just told right in the beginning itself, in the intro video itself, I just told, right? So at the end of this video, we will have your own translation app, right? So you don't want that Google, you don't want the any chat GPT, like you are having your own app. So you can deploy your app using the railway. You can deploy your app using the Versal. Likewise, you can deploy your app on your own. It is a simple method. You can use chat GPT. You can refer anything using chat GPT. So like that's all for this video. I think you enjoyed this video very much. I just explained all those code very clearly, right? So I just explained something about this chain, LangChain also I'm just explained. So the main agenda is all about the LangServe. We have developed the app using the LangServe, and I think I just explained I'm satisfied about explaining all those things, right? So this is Kishore. I'm signing up from the Kishorelytics channel. So if you find this video useful, please make sure to share with your friends, and your friends also can create your own translator app. So at this end of this, we are getting to the end of this video. I just closing down the shutter. I just getting to come with the next Tuesday, guys. The next Tuesday, we are going to see about the lang graph. We are going to create multiple agents, right? We are going to create some agents. Stay tuned for this video. This is Kishore signing up from the Kishorelytics channel. Tata, bye bye.